बचपन से यही सिखाया गया है कि त्याग, बलिदान, sacrifice. Isn't it? So we continue to do that, and limited access to networks and opportunities also. So in fact, events like this are very, very important for networking. They also create opportunities for collaboration in the future. But not everybody is privileged to take part in such type of networking events. Unfortunately, कई बार तो आपके city में ही networking events होते हैं, पर वो evening में होते हैं, late night dinners, parties. So most of the time you are just not there because you have important responsibilities to fulfill at home. So women don't have access to such type of networking opportunities also. And see this, अभी जैसे मैम ने बात की थी ना कि they quit. I want all of you to read this. It says that data from Kellogg School of Management predicts that half of the women who earn an MBA leave workforce within a decade of graduation. And it is not because they have children, but the reason is frustration. So what frustration are we talking about? At leadership positions, what frustration a woman might face that we are talking about? How many organizations are sensitive to the needs and problems of the women? How many organizations have flexi working hours? How many organizations have created crutches and baby care facilities at their place? I'm not talking about those big IT MNCs. I'm talking about Indian organizations, government organizations, so on and so forth. So when you don't create a supportive culture, how would women grow? And then she succumbs to it and she quits out of frustration, right? That is what we are trying to say. And another important side of the story is what happens when you bring women on the top. What women can bring at the top. Based on your own experiences, I want all of you to share that, you know, what do you think that if women take up leadership roles in organizations, what can they bring on table? Look at your own self. What are your strengths as women? What can you do and support your male counterparts at the top position?
I'm sorry, I'm bringing again and again, but there's a lot to say on this. Like, for me, my role model is my mother. Because when she pushed us, then we could do something. So if women are there, so they will bring more women up. Because they'll understand and they'll sensitize, they'll be sensitive to the needs. So that would be one thing which they'll be bringing at the top, that the more women will come up, and you said role models will be there for them. So that's one thing.
Yes, please.
I believe they add to the EQ part of it, emotional intelligence. And with this, they not only sensitize, as ma'am said, they also add to bring parity and equality and give back a sense of whatever hardship they have gone with, none other gender goes with. It includes both men, women, and also transgender and other part of the diverse workforce that we have today working across the world.
You're saying that invest in inclusion, right? So if you look at, you know, what women bring at the top, as she rightly said, the first and the foremost thing is emotional intelligence. Women are able to, you know, handle stressful situations emotionally in a better way as compared to men. They are more empathetic about people around them, right? They are good communicators. They have excellent interpersonal skills, and that can get the work going easily when women are at the top position. Apart from that, we have an ability to do multitask. We value what work-life balance is. So we can create opportunities where work-life balance is created. We can collaborate, communicate well, and we are also excellent communicators, right? So it can create a very harmonious place, culture in a top position, which can result into creating a tribe of women supporting women. That is what the agenda is, right? Next. Now let us talk about some examples of how women are breaking the barriers and standing tall. See, the journey has been difficult for all the successful women that we talk about in today's times. Do you all know who she is? Indira Nooyi. She was the global CEO of PepsiCo, right? And What she says is in all her interviews, she says that the moment I would reach home, my mother would tell me that leave your CEO crown outside the gate. Because the moment you enter inside the house, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a daughter-in-law, so those responsibilities are more important, right? But then she did not give up. She was a lady with strong grit and determination, and with perseverance, she could achieve what she did in all her life. So previous slide, she argues that the notion of working women itself is a gendered term. Why? Because we never ask a man, are you a working man? And if you are a working man, who will take care of your family, right? So she said that. Similarly, if you talk about another powerful woman, who is she? Anybody? You know Nykaa? A beauty brand, Nykaa? So she's Falguni Nair. She's the founder of Nykaa. She started Nykaa at the age of 50. And she was at a very senior position in Kotak Bank. And she had her passion calling, and she decided to start her entrepreneurial journey. And she said that when I wanted to reach out to people to help me with technology support, most of the men said no, because we don't trust a woman will run a successful business, right? So she said that my male friends who were good in technology businesses, they also did not support, because of which after 100 orders, her website would crash, right? So she struggled to create a position where she is right now, right? Similarly, do you know her? Yeah, so she is the Vinita Singh, she's the founder of Sugar Cosmetics. She says that let us hire women for their qualities and not their gender. And because she's into a cosmetics business, she said that I had high time reaching out to vendors and suppliers because it is a male-dominated industry. So even when she went to investors, investors were not ready to invest in a women-led business. So the point is, all these women have struggled, they have faced challenges, but they have succeeded, and they are standing tall in front of all of us. Do you know who she is? She is Ghazal Alak, founder of Mama Earth. Mama Earth brand naam suna hai aap logon ne? So she became entrepreneur after giving birth to her child. And she decided to come out with chemical-free, toxin-free cosmetic products for baby care, products for children. Right? So she also says the same thing, that everybody started, making me feel guilty of leaving a newborn baby and thinking of doing my business. But then, of course, she acknowledges the support that she got from her husband and other male members, that she could successfully create Mama Earth, and it was one of the highly successful unicorns of our country. Right? One more, Shraddha Sharma. She worked with Times of India and CNBC for a very long time. But when she decided to start her own business of creating Your Story, which is a media company, she did not get any support from her ex-male colleagues. Because they were threatened by a fact that how can a female colleague leave such a high-paying job and start her own venture? And trust me, we all have faced these type of issues and challenges in our day-to-day life, right? But then many a times we just shrug it off because we don't care. We are so focused on what we want to achieve that we give a damn to what other people think, right? But not everybody is fortunate enough to do that. Priyanka Chopra, everybody knows, right? So Bollywood looks a very glamorous industry, but even she suffered from the politics of Bollywood, and finally she decided to leave Bollywood, and she went to Hollywood, achieved a lot of things, and came back, and now she's on and off, right? So success came, she fought for it, she conquered it, and we all know where she is today. So each one of us sitting here, let us congratulate, celebrate, and salute each one of us sitting here, because none of us have come here without struggles and challenges. The struggle and challenges may be different for different people, right? But all women here have faced struggles. And I'm not saying that males have not faced challenges and struggles. In fact, research says that challenges of starting an enterprise are same for men and women, but the intensity of challenges for women are very high. Right? So men find difficulty in raising finance. Women also find difficulty, but who gets it later on? It's the men who gets it more as compared to women. So the intensity of challenges for women is very high. So how can we change this gender narrative? It is very, very important to decide how can we change this gender narrative, and that is the reason that we are talking about waiting for another 100 plus years to create a gender neutral society. So can you click on the next slide, please? Will we be able to play this video? So brands are also doing fantastic campaigns to bring about a new perspective to gender parity. Let us, baj raha hai kya bhaiya? If we can play, it's a wonderful video. No? Okay, no problem, there is some problem. So brands, I will give you one example. Do you all know Fair and Lovely? What is it now known as? Glow and Lovely. So why all of a sudden, after so many years of success, why Fair and Lovely decided to become Glow and Lovely? Yes, so earlier, when you talk about girl, a girl is beautiful when she's fair. Even today you pick up any matrimonial ad. What do they talk about? We want a fair, beautiful, good-looking girl. Nobody is asking for her educational qualification. For an MBA engineer boy who is working in an MNC in America, right? So how are you defining a boy and a girl, right? So Fair and Lovely was quick enough to understand that consumers have evolved, times are changing. So, and then of course racial discrimination is becoming very, powerful force. So they decided to change the name and make it Glow and Lovely. So brands have also understood this, and they are also making efforts to, change the narrative. So now the point is, what interventions are required to create a gender neutral or a gender equal workplace, right? So if you talk about entrepreneurship, you have to give more incentives to women who take up entrepreneurship in specific fields. See, the moment I ask anybody कि एक महिला है उसको business चालू करना है, अरे ब्यूटी पार्लर का कोर्स करा दो, है ना, पापड़ अचार बनाना सिखा दो, बुटीक खोल लेगी, कपड़े सिलना अच्छे से जानती है. So let us incentivize women so that we get more women entering into science and technology, entering into a lot of other industries which are more lucrative, attractive, but unfortunately are male dominated, right? Government has to play an important role in training and capacity building. Government has to be responsible for encouraging SOHO and plug and play models for women. I want to ask all of you, I'm sure you all have some young girls and women working under you, right? Can you tell me what are you doing to create a proper, modern, unexplored gender narrative at your place? If I ask you that you have to empower one girl under you, how do you do that? Or what do you think you can do?
We are all talking about a lot of women focus and not men focus, but my one of the interventions that I have been doing across my reportees, both men and women, is I do not approve leaves, basis लड़की है जल्दी जाना है 7 बज गए और आज NRC प्रोटेस्ट दिल्ली में चल रहा है लड़की को घर जल्दी पहुंचना है. No, I have been always approving early release and leaves basis on what the situation has been and in the interest of being equal, not by genders. So मुझे लड़के और लड़की का नहीं था, but situations को देख के क्या.
Policies and programs which are gender neutral. What else? Everybody, in fact even men can also answer that. What are they doing to support women at their workplace? Yes, anybody? Ma'am?
My place especially because I'm running a school, so naturally more lady teachers are there. So what I had told them, when you come back, we will provide a crash for your children, so they can work, so and they're comfortable, so that they are not worried that what the small children will be. So my principal joined after twins, exactly after 40 days. And whenever she needs, and we provide her the crash, and her husband is also very supportive. So that's one thing, and that I take pride that after 40 days, as with the twin children, she is working. So that's one thing we all can do, that we provide them these facilities so that they get that from the workplace.
Creating that supportive culture within the workplace. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Since what we have done is we are into real estate. We are real estate developers. So most of the women working under real estate, they are unskilled labor workers. So what difficulty they face is they have children, they were married at a very young age, and they have children working along with them nearby the sites. You might see these things happening at various parts of this world, that a female, unskilled worker is working and her child is accompanying her.
Right.
At our company, what we tried to do was that we brought up a child care center not far away from the mother, at our sites itself. So our every site has a child care center there only, where there is a professional teacher who takes care of the children, who makes them, like, since they are very young. So she gives information, she educates them, she takes care of them throughout the day while her mother, that child's mother, is working and working hard in that site. So that is the way we tried to incorporate it. Earlier we tried making these childcare centers far away from the site, a little bit far, and we felt that the mother was moving here and there all the time. So it's all about creating a space that makes things better. So here we tried कि हम अपनी साइड पे एक स्पेस तो दे ही सकते हैं एक मदर को अपने बच्चे की इम्प्रूवमेंट के लिए.
Right. So that's a great initiative. Thank you so much for sharing that. So only when you have women at decision making positions, they will be sensitive to the needs and problems of other women, right? So that's thank you for sharing that insight with all of us. So, you know, before we end our discussion, I would like all of you to take back these important pointers with you, and if not applicable to you, please share it with young girls working under you in your family and everywhere, that find mentors. It is very, very important. No matter at which age you are, always find mentors. And we have to create a community of women mentors. Wear your achievements on your sleeve. See, unfortunately, most of the time, women are not very vocal about their achievements, right? I have seen that when I ask a successful man that क्या बात है, बहुत बढ़िया कर रहे हो, अरे मैं तो हूँ इतना talented, right? अरे मैं तो शुरू से ही champion था. But when I ask a woman, most of the time she will say that my family is very supportive. Here also, so many times I heard women saying that my husband is supportive, my family is supportive. So let us start wearing our achievements and be vocal about what we are doing and what we are capable of. Network like your business depends on it, because business depends on networking. Personal branding helps. Let us create our own identity and be known for what we are rather than carrying the tag of our father or husband. And let us ask all young girls to rise above marriage and kids. And to conclude, I would like to say that let us give our young girls better goals than just losing weight and getting married. So friends, here I conclude my interaction with all of you, and I would like to say that collectively, if we create a tribe of women supporting women, I'm sure the journey of 131 years can be curtailed, and it can be more encouraging and inspiring for everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing your thoughts and insights with me. I had a great time interacting with all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, sir.
आज मैं जो भी कुछ हूँ वो इनकी वजह से.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time. A big, big round of applause. वाकई आपके शब्दों ने आज एक ऊर्जा भर दी है, एक उत्साह भर दिया है. I can see and sense a great deal of enthusiasm and a zeal within all of us. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely privileged to be joined today by another remarkable personality who took out his valuable time just to be here today. Let's give it up, a big hand of applause for our guest of honor, Mr. Azhar Musyabri Abdul Mutallib, who took out his valuable time. A big hand. Senior Assistant Director, South Asia Unit. Can I please humbly request Mr. Vipon Khatrani, Senior Vice President, Daily Jagran, to please join us on the stage. And please welcome Mr. Azhar with a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us your valuable time. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, हमारी बातें हो गई, लेकिन अब कुछ मनोरंजन की भी बात हो जाए. So we are absolutely honored and privileged that we are going to be joined today by a remarkable dance troupe who is present over here, and they are some of the most recognized and talented dancers who have joined us today, and they will be showcasing their exceptional dancing skills on the stage. तो आपकी जोरदार प्यार भरी तालियों के बीच, let me have the privilege of inviting them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a cultural troupe, Legenda Seni Langkawi, joining us. Please welcome all their performers on the stage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. cantik halus bermula